Chess Diagnostic.
Hello, and welcome to position 15 of my Complete Chess Endgame course. So, we're on position 15. We have about 5 more king and pawn ending positions. This one today is, well, first off, you can pause the video if you want to analyze it yourself to come to your own conclusion. But whether it's white to move or black to move, it's a draw either way. Now, it might look similar to the previous position, but there's a key difference. Either way, with white or black to move, white is first off in front of black's dangerous pawn, this f5 pawn, and once he manages to trade this pawn for this pawn, because of the king's position, he'll be able to control the h corner, or he'll be able to keep the king from escaping the h corner. Rook pawns are drawish because of this, because the king, or the white king, is able to keep the black king in the corner by just shuffling between these two squares. And we'll see what happens here. So in this line, white's main purpose is to just prevent black from outflanking him initially. So he seizes the opposition, and it doesn't really matter if he moves here or here or here. The key point is that he's in front of this pawn, and there's really no way that black can force a trade for this pawn. So black here, you can see that he's trying to usher this pawn in, but even if, for example, if black moves here, he'll win the pawn. So after h3 here, white has now created kind of a barricade where black is forced to stay in the corner. And of course, if he moves the pawn forward, then white moves here, and he's actually stalemated. Alright, so if we look at this same position from the black side with black to move, you can see that if he starts ushering this pawn in, there's really no other move. Now, these computer moves are recommended by Stockfish, but actually a human wouldn't really play this way, and Stockfish doesn't really understand this position because it's too many moves out, which is quite interesting given that Stockfish is rated very high in terms of rating. But you can see that these moves, pretty much white can just move anywhere, and he prevents black from outflanking him. Now, there's no way for black to make progress, and the computer actually is recommending to stalemate white. But if we play out where the same scenario, so if black is trying to move, if he tries to move over here and win a pawn, we get the same position. So you can see that the only mistake would be if white brings his king away from the corner, but even then, it's easily preventable. So we can see here that white, all he needs to do is just keep in the corner and basically keep black from taking control of this square now. So even if black gets forward, he can maintain the opposition. Now if the pawn moves forward, white is stalemated, and pretty much black is forced to just move between these squares, and there's no way to make progress because white will just shuffle his king between these two squares. Alright, so if we go back to this initial position, I'll go all the way back, you can see that the key factor is preventing black from outflanking, as well as trading for a rook pawn, or keeping black with a rook pawn. So this simple position covers all the understanding that king and rook pawn versus king is normally a draw. And you'll see strong players, when they get these positions, they don't even play them out, they just agree to a draw. Alright, so I hope this added to your understanding. We'll see you in position 16.